Hi, so on this video I just wanted to talk to you about pronouncing the sounds of phonics, and it's really important that you get the sounds right, and it's really important that you model it correctly to your children. So at school we are often referring to how the mouth moves, where the sound comes from. Does it come out of your mouth? Is it a throat sound? And we'll talk about those as we go through them. But if your child needs speech support, phonics works really well. And one of the reasons is we take our time and we tell them where their tongue should be, what their lips should be doing. And we look at them in class. They look at each other's learning partners and see how they're making the sound. And taking it slowly and teaching them correctly from the beginning really helps them as they progress. Because if they're adding the schwa sound, the sound at the end, what happens is when you are trying to get them to blend, which comes very soon, they will start to blend incorrectly. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to give you a word. We put beans on the bottom. We'll tell you that when we're doing blending, but this would be din. Okay, that's blending, when you build up the sounds and make the word. If I add the schwa, okay, so that becomes na, okay, which lots of people say by mistake, and it's what we do because it's how we think it should be. So if I say na instead of you would have na, dinner, okay, and that does not that does not blend dinner, but that's what the children can hear. So if you go din, but if you add that schwa, and we do it with a lot of sounds, na, dinner. Okay, so you need to be really careful you're not adding that sound, and it's really tricky when you're used to doing it to actually undo it. But just be careful. If you're unsure of how to pronounce a sound, one of the best things you can do is think of a word that begins with. So if I was wondering how to pronounce this one, I would think of a cat. And as I say cat, k, that's the sound. It's the sound that you make. So think of a word that starts with that sound, and then how much, you don't say at, you say k, cat, k, at, cat. Okay, so that's one of the things you can do. So we are starting on phase 2. So if you're playing any games, you are looking at phase 2. And these are the pictures that go with the Jolly Phonics. I'm not going to do the actions or the songs with you today, but I am going to go through the pronunciation of the sounds. Another thing that you can add the schwa, it's really hard when you're teaching children, but if you say it too loud, quite often the schwa comes out because you're putting too much emphasis on the sound. So being quiet in a quiet room when you're doing it, you don't have to then say it so loudly, which helps you not to add the schwa. So this would be s, a, t, p, I. Now this is the vowels, A, E, I and O. When I say the vowels, I open my mouth, and I don't actually, they're the only sounds you don't close your mouth on. With the other sounds you close your mouth, but a, the sound comes out and you don't have to close your mouth, and I. But when you do the sound comes out through your tongue with your teeth, but you don't actually have an open, wide mouth. You have to close your mouth slightly. So this one is d, not da, d. That's probably the trickiest one. G, o. It's a vowel. I've opened my mouth. O. The air is coming out. With that one, you can say k. The sound comes out a little bit different. It seems to come out from the back of there. This is 2 letters, but it makes one sound. We call that a sausage. Still makes the sound k. Open mouth, it's a vowel. It's a vowel. Ooh. This is another one that we find tricky. Ooh. Now this one isn't a vowel, but it's one of those ones that we kind of could be. B. B. Two letters, but we still only make one sound. This is another one we all like to say la, but it's not, it's l. The tongue goes right up to the roof, curls around, l. Two letters with this one, but it still makes the same one sound, l. And once again with this, two letters, one sound, s. Okay, this is phase 2. We'll be sending you this mat home once we've learnt some more. This is what they use to help with their handwriting and their writing as we build up to it. So any games they're playing online, put them onto phase 2 games until they know all of these, and then we can progress onto the phase 3. Good luck, go online, have a look, and please don't panic. We've all had to learn phonics, even the teachers panic when they first come in and have to teach phonics. So just explore it together, and it's okay if you make mistakes. That's how we learn. Okay, bye-bye.